Hi, I'm Tash.
And I'm T.
And we're here to talk to you about everything from life's little hiccups to the big things that you might be overthinking. And let's be real, it's probably not that deep, sis.
So grab your drink, get comfy, because we're giving it to you straight from the couch.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of It's Not That Deep, sis.
Start of 2026.
2026.
Get
Yay.
it.
Get girl.
So before we get into the episode, as always, we're going to share our I was today years old.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to.
Okay.
I demand. My today years old is that I already know this, but I have no top lip whatsoever. And I never have. And I really ever I've looked into like lip filler and I've looked into like lip flips and things like that, but I hate needles. So I'm like terrified of doing it. However, lip liner.
Okay.
I never wore lip liner purely because I didn't have a top lip, that I thought that if I put it on, it would feel overdrawn and I would feel like it would just look fake.
Yeah.
But probably like a month ago, I started using, because I got a lip liner in my Mecca advent calendar. So I started using it and I was like, oh, this is a really crappy one. But what I realized is that, because I'm really into my lip balm, so I was putting lip balm on and then I was using it, but it wasn't like, the base wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got another one from my mother-in-law I got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God. And I put it on one day when I didn't have any lip gloss, lip moisturizer on. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
Love it.
Absolutely love it. And I'm like, it just gives me, like, obviously I don't have this beautiful plump top lip, but it gives me something.
Yeah, something to work with.
Yeah. So I can't believe that I have never used lip liner before, but about a month ago, I realized it's changed my life.
And it's good that you know that now, because now you can play with different colours and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I've got two, I've got a really soft pink, and now the one that I've got on today is a maroony colour.
Nice.
And
I really like that colour. It looks
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thanks.
I have the issue with using lip liner. I have to be very, very careful with it.
Why?
Because I do have lip filler, so that's when it does look like really overdrawn and drastic, and like I've got my lips out to wahoo.
Love it.
But my today years old is that Pilates is fucking hard. So I'm not a Pilates princess.
Do you know this was going to be my today years old too?
Really? But you learnt this ages ago.
But not so much about me, but to be like, even the really fit people struggle with Pilates.
Oh, 100%. And like I knew Pilates was hard because based on like everything everyone has said, but also you do see those videos where the big gym bros go and do a Pilates class and it fucking kills them.
Yeah.
But so I've never done Pilates before. I took my first Pilates class on Sunday with Tash, and I was going into it not overly confident because I did already have the pre-existing idea that it was going to be hard, but I am a pretty fit person and I've been going to the gym for years, so I do have a bit of muscle and stamina. But it honestly you
can
humbled
barely
me.
move your body today.
Oh, I can't even laugh. I was sneezing this morning and I thought that I was going to go into an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it hurts so bad.
And so this is reformer Pilates that we did, and it is like I've been doing it for a year now and I still struggle. But I'm not like super, super fit and super strong. But I think everyone just thinks it's easy breezy cover girl. It's not easy breezy.
No.
It's like military strength exercise.
And even just trying to get into the machine. I've never felt so uncoordinated in my entire life. I felt like Bambi on the first day of walking. Seriously.
I had to save you.
Yeah. It was good though.
So good. And so now we're going to Pilates every Sunday together.
We are.
Love it.
Part of our 2026.
Love it.
So, 2026 is here. And we couldn't be more excited. But what better way to kick off the new year than by talking about our ins and outs for 2026?
I love this trend
Yeah.
so much.
I know.
It's so,
I can't
so
get
good.
enough of it.
Yeah.
So Tash and I are each sharing 5 things we want more in 2026 and 5 things we're leaving behind in 2025. We also want to reflect on lessons from last year, the words guiding us forward, and the mindset we want to carry into the next chapter. So let's get into it.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right. You go first. Tell me your first in for 2026.
My first in is less screen time and more reading, arts and crafts. And I am going to challenge this by my first step, which was ordering the brick.
Yes.
So, which I've done. So,
When does it come?
soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it goes for you.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know what the brick is, it's basically a tiny little device that you pair up with your phone, and I think it gets done through some sort of app, but essentially you just tap your phone onto it and you have the ability to have control over what apps you want to be able to use during a period of time and what apps you can still have access to. So it's just to help reduce like your screen time, or like if you're somebody that can get, like if you're laying in bed or like first thing in the morning, you pick up your phone and you go to check your messages, but then you go onto Instagram and you start scrolling on reels for an hour. It's just a good way to combat that.
Yeah.
And then in order to be able to unlock those apps again, you need to tap your phone.
Okay.
So you then leave it somewhere that you don't have direct access to.
Yeah. The barrier is really big
Yeah.
to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's
So where are you going to put it?
I don't know, somewhere in the lounge room, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't spend a huge amount of time in the lounge room.
No.
And where I do find that I'm spending more time on my phone is if I am in my bedroom.
Yeah. So as long as it's outside of your bedroom, you're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Love it.
So good. My first one's really similar too. So mine is hobbies for your body and your mind. So things like reading. I am reading so many books this year. So last year I picked up my first book in I don't know how long. And I picked up my first book in March, and between March and December, I read 36 books.
Woohoo.
My goal is to read a book a week this year, so 52 books.
That's crazy.
And we're the second week of January now, and I'm almost finished my 3rd book. So I feel like I'm
Wow.
off to a good start.
Yeah.
So reading. Dedicated walks. So I have a new job and I work from home full time now. So like I need to be really specific and like conscious of moving my body. So dedicated walks every single day. Pilates,
Yeah.
100%. Painting, card games, cooking, exercising, just doing all of those fun things, like just fun hobbies for my body and my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That really leans into my next one, which is moving your body in different ways for function and overall health. So like I said before, I am a gym girly through and through. Like I've been going to the gym for years, which is great for like your strength and whatever else. But I want to be a little bit more conscious of moving my body, not only in the gym, but outside of the gym.
Yeah.
And for like my overall health, like my mental health and everything, and my heart health. So like going out for those intentional walks, like you were saying, but also going for hikes and being able to
Yeah.
see things as well and explore new places and doing all those wonderful things that make us so happy to be alive. And then incorporating things like Pilates classes and yoga, and not just limiting myself just to one standard of exercise.
Because I think we need to frame the idea that exercise is not just for having a healthy body.
Yeah.
The exercise, because you like, as you said, going out for a walk, getting vitamin D in your eyeballs is so good for your mental health. Just get it right in your eyeballs. It's so good for your mental health. Going to new areas is going to allow you to appreciate and have so much gratitude.
Yeah.
So if we reframe that exercise isn't purely just about the act of being fit, it's about all these other things. You can find so many different ways to enjoy it. Like on New Year's Day, me and my husband went for a ugly girl walk because I was I was like day 2 of my period, and I was feeling so sorry for myself. So we dressed up really ugly and we went and did a hike, But instead of focusing on the hike and the steps, we focused on picking flowers.
Yeah.
And so we picked all these flowers and brought them home. And it was like we moved our body, which was the intention. But when I think about it, that's not what I remember was the exercise. I
Yeah.
remember spending time with my husband and dressing up in ugly hats
Yeah.
and doing that fun activity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have this all or nothing approach. Like I feel like this is where like a lot of people get stuck with exercise. Is like they go, I'm going to do 100 Pilates classes this year. And then they don't accomplish it and then they feel like they failed and then they don't want to do any exercise, or they limit themselves to only the Pilates classes because that's what they've made their goal.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you just like you was like with you going on that walk, if it's just like I just feel like doing that today and then just doing it.
Yeah.
But not having to make it this big grand goal and accomplishment throughout the year.
Yeah. Or if you're just focusing on it to lose weight, so you're doing exercising that you really don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
And life is fun. My second one is tanning. So in 2025, actually probably the end of 2024 to 2025, I gave up fake tanning. I was like, I'm not going to fake tan anymore. And I think it was because I was becoming a lot more confident in my body. So I was like, I don't need it so much as a crux anymore. But also I was over it. I was over having to wash my sheets. I was over the smell. I was
Yeah.
over having to like plan around tanning. And so I gave it up for, I reckon, like over a year, maybe even 18 months. But then I found the tan.
Yeah.
So it's the, oh my God, I forgot what it's called now.
It's the
A Saint-Tropez.
Saint-Tropez
clear mousse.
No, it's not a mousse. It's a water solution, like
thank
gel stuff. Yeah.
I bought it before we went to Europe last year and it is the best, honestly. It's so quick to put on. Like it does go on clear, but it goes on dry. So I find that the application is so much quicker. You can leave it on so it doesn't smell, it doesn't transfer at all. And I'm talking, I have put on white pants and gone out into the sunshine and sweat, and there was no transfer whatsoever. So I feel like the barrier to do it is just so low now, and the results of it is so good. And I forgot how good I feel with a tan.
Yeah.
So now I don't feel like it's a crux. Now I feel like it just gives me this really great feeling, and I find it so easy.
Yeah.
So I am back to tanning.
Yeah.
2026, I'm going to be tan every fucking day.
You're really going against the grain at the moment, which is to end the trend.
Nah. Fake tan. I'm not going to get a real tan.
Yeah, but the whole trend is not just the real tan, but the fake tanning
Nah.
as well, to embrace your natural skin.
I did it and I loved it. But also I'm like, I put on a tan now and I think I'm just like, I just love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to give up fake tanning.
No,
it's
that's
it's
fine.
part of my personality at this
Yeah.
point. You can take the girl of the Gold Coast, but you can't take the Gold Coast out of the girl.
Yeah, 100%.
My third is embracing the whimsy. So one way I've been doing this is by writing down things that I'm grateful for, the things that make me smile, happy, or laugh. And they're really, really random moments in the day. And I've just been making an intention just to go, like sitting with that feeling of how it made me feel in that moment, and then going, oh, I should write that down.
Yeah.
So then at the end of the year, or whatever point of time in the year, maybe I need something to sort of reflect on when you sort of get yourself in a bit of a hole and go, oh, like I'm feeling a bit shitty about like how things are going right now with a particular thing or whatever it may be. And then you can just open up because I'm just keeping it in my notes on my phone, and I can just open it up and I can look back on all the little things that have so far made me happy.
It's so cool because
Yeah.
you read me a couple the other day and I was like, oh, they're just like, some of them were big things, but most of them were these tiny little things. And I was like, but that's what makes life so exciting.
Exactly.
And it was just so nice that you took the moment to be grateful for that.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it as well. I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional with the things that I am actually grateful for, and not just the big grand moments in life, but the smaller things that actually make life worth living. And like, for instance, like one of them the other day, I had a real like day for myself, and I chucked on some 90s movies and had some non-alcoholic beer and just sat on the couch and lounged out and didn't think about anything else. And I was like, this is fucking great. Like the
Yeah.
fact that I have the privilege to do this, like, it's amazing. And so I
Yeah.
wrote it down.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so I want to do it too, but Tiana and I are going to do it two different ways. So you do it in your notes app because that's how you function. But I'm going to start putting it in my calendar.
Yeah.
So when I look at because I use my calendar all the time. And so when I look at it, I can see all these little things pop up that are like, I might color code it. And then when I look at it, I'll see like all my greens.
Yeah.
And they're all my gratitudes. So
Love it.
Love it. My next one is making coffee and food at home. I'm my mother. I'm now Mrs. Miller. We have food at home. So
we've got coffee at home.
Last year, the amount of money, I was working in the city last year, and the amount of money that I spent on coffee and takeaway, like food out, was absolutely astronomical.
Yeah.
And as much as I really enjoy food and coffee, I also didn't value it enough to spend the amount of money that I spent on it. So my husband and I, we invested for our Christmas present this year, we bought a coffee machine. So like a really good barista coffee machine, and we've like been teaching ourselves how to use it, and I feel like we've got it down pat. And so now that we have this coffee machine, my goal is to make coffee at home like 90% of the time. And like even if I'm going out for a walk or going out to catch up with someone, like I want it to be like if I'm going out to have brunch with someone, then I have a coffee. But I don't want to just get back into this habit of every time I'm out, I'm buying a coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
And making food at home.
Yeah.
Just being a little bit more like one of my hobbies is become cooking and baking. So just using that and being more adventurous with the things that I'm cooking and making. So I'm more enticed to go, oh, I'll wait till I get home and I'll make lunch. Instead of going, oh, I'll just grab something while I'm out.
For sure.
And it's already worked like over the last couple of weeks. So far, so good.
Yeah.
But that's a goal, is we have food at home, kids.
Love it. My number 4 in is taking photos. So last year I realized the lack of photos that I had throughout my year, and it's not because there was nothing going on, and not that you need to take photos only when there's things going on, but I sort of was looking back on my photos and going, I really didn't take a lot of photos. And I'm very much a person that when I'm with people, my phone is away. Like I don't really have my phone out. So then the opportunity to take photos doesn't really come to the forefront because it's not in my hand and like actively there. But I'm really trying to make a conscious of taking photos of just like the everyday things. Just again, it's sort of like the listing down the things that I'm grateful for. It's just to have something to look back and reflect on and go, oh yeah, that's right. Like I did that on that day and that was really nice. I spent time with that person or whatever it may be. So I'm taking photos of everything and everyone now, and I don't care.
I love that. I'm a big photo taker and I always have been.
Yeah.
But I have a really bad memory. So I love taking photos because it allows me to remember every single thing. But I think what's really cool is it's not about taking really good photos or taking photos of things to post. It's purely about taking pictures. Like the other day when we went on the walk, I was taking pictures of the butterfly. Yeah. That's not going to ever be used, but when I go back through my camera roll, I'm like, oh, I remember these moments and how I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's such a good goal. I love that. My next one is flirting with my husband.
Ooh, I love.
I just feel like this is just the year of whimsy, and don't get me wrong, I already flirt with my husband, but that's why it's staying in. And I just feel like we all just need to flirt a little bit more.
Yes.
Like flirt with your friends, flirt with your significant other, flirt with strangers, flirt with yourself.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like we all just need to get into this flirty little era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. And like, as well, and I think it extends to just giving people compliments for the sake of giving them compliments, like, and not where it's coming from a place of like, what you're seeing is not true. Like you're just like doing it because you're like, oh, I just want to give him a bit of a boost. But when you genuinely like, that's an amazing dress, then say it.
Yeah.
Stop holding back on it.
Yeah. I love how you do your hair today.
Yeah.
Or is that a new ring? It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing, and it's an extension of what you're saying, but one thing that I've been telling my partner as of late is that I'm going to love you loudly.
Yeah.
So like if I'm looking at you and admiring you, I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times I say it, whether it gets outrun, I don't care.
Yeah.
But also just saying I love you more.
100%.
Yeah.
I have always been a big I love you person with Joe. I can be really bad with it with my friends and my family though, and I feel like I need to do it more, but I constantly tell Joseph how much I love him. But I just think like after just getting married and being together for over 10 years now, we are just in such this goofy, giggly, gherkiny little phase, and I just want to flirt more and keep like all of
Yeah.
that alive and then moving that into other aspects of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're a big words of affirmation person, then that means everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love it.
gonna be flirty.
My last one of ins is movies. So I want to watch more movies and less TV shows or YouTube or whatever else, like anything else that provides some sort of visual entertainment. I want to watch more movies.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not talking about like new release movies. Even if, like if there's something that comes out and you're like, I need to see that, like then I'm going to make an effort to go see it. But like just old classic movies that always make you feel good. Because they're never a letdown.
No.
And that nostalgia is just so
And I
good.
feel like we've lost that because Netflix is like, or any of the streaming platforms, and series has become really, really popular and we love to binge stuff. But I also think if you're anything like me, you like watching stuff that you've watched before because you don't have to concentrate. And we've gotten into a really bad habit of just putting shows on and just watching them. Whereas I feel like a movie is so intentional.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like that intentional rest.
Yeah.
Like you're making the intention of plopping yourself on the couch with a snack, putting a movie on, and then just not touching your phone.
Yeah.
Not
'cause
doing
you have to
anything but
really pay attention.
Pay attention to what is on the screen and really just taking it all in. And then when the movie ends, you go, that was a really fucking good movie.
We watched Legally Blonde
Oh my
the
God,
other night.
so
and,
good.
I actually couldn't remember what happened. That's how long it's been since I've watched it. Our other goal that Tiana and I are going to do together is I don't think I've ever watched a Quentin Tarantino movie. And so Tiana's very disappointed in me.
Yeah.
So we have two goals. Is we're going to go through all the Quentin Tarantino movies from the beginning to end.
Yeah.
But also apparently 1996, the year Tiana was born, was the best year for classic movies.
100%.
So I think we're going to watch a lot of 1996 movies this year.
Yeah, I think between 1996...
That's 30 years. Like, that's a good year to do it in 2026.
I agree. All the 1996 classics.
Yeah, I
And there's a
love
lot,
it.
so-
That just clicked that it's 30 years.
Yeah, that's great.
So my last in is investing life like my life depends on it.
Does your life depend on it?
Maybe. Probably. I am going in hard. I just feel like I'm in my 30s now and I don't want to be working
Yeah, so
until I'm
true.
70 years old. And I feel like I'm just going to make it my subtle personality that I'm investing. Like I have to, my goal is that I'm going to invest like I have to retire at 40.
Yeah, that's a great goal.
Yeah.
And then when you hit 40, bring it on, baby.
Yeah. I'm just, I want to be sitting on my back porch with my glass of non-alcoholic beer and my dogs and my husband, and I do not want to ever hear the teams ringing.
Oh my God, don't
in my
even.
ear
Honestly.
ever again.
The older that I get, the more I realize I do not want to ever climb the corporate ladder. I could not think of anything worse.
Nah.
And if you're my boss listening to this right now, will do my job, but I have no interest in climbing the corporate ladder. I have no interest.
Nah, I just wasn't built to work.
No.
And the thing is, like, we're both very good at our jobs.
And we're both, and like, we are very good at our jobs, and our work ethic is very good.
Yeah, we got
And-
it from my mama.
Yeah, we really did. Thanks, Mom. Shout out to
Shout
Mom. Clicks for Mom.
Shout out to RJ.
RJ. Woo. But I think it's, I
But
think
we love our lives outside of work so much.
Yeah, and we value that so
Yeah.
much more than sitting at your desk and
Yeah.
doing work for somebody else.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our outs. Okay, my first out is high expectations and rigid timelines.
Ooh.
So I think we all need to let go. Well, let's all take a moment and sit. Deep breath in through the nose and deep breath out through the mouth. We need to let go of high expectations, not only with ourselves, but with everyone around us. I think that once we start letting go of that, then honestly, life just gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because we're not so cemented in when somebody maybe does something or we do something that is outside the expectation of what we thought to be true, and then we're so let down by it. But if we just let go of all of that and it's not to say that we are giving freedom to everyone around us to not do what is necessarily expected of them, but it's more so just about if they're going to do something that doesn't align with who you are, then that's on them.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with you. So just let it go.
Yeah. Stop trying to control stuff you can't control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same with your timelines as well. Like, just let go of the timelines. Don't have such high expectations of when you need to get shit done. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's buying a house or getting married and having kids or finishing that degree or, I don't know, something
Even little things like I have to get all my house work done this weekend.
100%. Like, just let it go, babe. Seriously.
Settle down.
It is doing nothing but bringing you stress and discomfort.
Yeah. And taking away your joy.
Yeah.
And taking away your whimsy, which is one of our ins.
Yeah.
My first out for the year is drinking for no fucking reason. I haven't drunk all year. These are our non-alcoholic beers. So I think we've given up on the non-alcoholic wine. If anyone knows, a genuinely, like, bear in mind, we are wine drinkers.
Yeah.
So we're not wine connoisseurs, but we do know a good wine.
We do know good wine.
Yeah. And so, but we've tried a lot of non-alcoholic wines. None of them are good. However, we try one non-alcoholic beer, hits the spot.
Yeah, no, it's great. Should we do a plug and see if they want to sponsor the show?
It is heaps normal.
It's Heaps Normal, which is Heaps Good, like the brand Heaps Good.
Yeah.
But it's the Heaps Normal, which is their non-alcoholic range.
Yeah.
And it's an XBA, and it also is low gluten as well, which is great for me because I forgot that beer has gluten in it.
Because it's made of wheat.
I know. Honestly, just some things just don't even compute in my brain. But because I have tried one other non-alcoholic beer, which is the Heineken's, and then I realized, oh shit, it has gluten in it. So I was on the hunt for one that was either no gluten or low gluten. It appears that there's no gluten plus no alcohol beers, but this is a low gluten one. So I'm like,
and you've been drinking them like every couple of days,
and I
you've
feel
been
fine. Yeah,
they are really good, and it genuinely does make you feel like you're having a drink. But like, so for instance, Angel baby sitting on the floor in front of us had to go to the emergency vet again last night.
Yes.
And I went with Tiana and we were sitting in the car and I said to her, it's time. So me and my husband were actually out with friends and we were at a barbecue, and Tiana had called me and said, hey, this is happening. And Joe and I were like, we're on our way home now. Luckily we were just down the road, but also luckily Tiana and I weren't drinking because my husband doesn't drink anyway. So, but if Tiana was at home by herself and she had had a few glasses of wine, we were just like, what do you do? Because you can't drive. So it was moments like that it just made us appreciate taking a step back from alcohol. And last year I had already made a commitment to drink less. So I'd only been hungover twice last year, and one of those times was for my hens party, which was so warranted.
Yeah.
But I still drank regularly, but just a couple of glasses here and there. Whereas my goal this year is just not drinking for no reason.
Yeah.
So just like going, like a Friday night is not a reason for me to have a drink anymore. Like maybe I'll have I've got a hens party that's coming up. I'm definitely going to have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
At a wedding, I'm going to have a couple of drinks. But it's just being more intentional with my intake of alcohol.
Yeah, and I think that's the right approach as
Yeah.
well. And it comes back to you don't have to be an all or nothing.
Yeah.
Like you can just go, well, I just don't want to drink for the sake of drinking and only on social events.
I'm going to be soberish.
Yeah, soberish, love it.
And doing it when I want to, because right now I don't feel like drinking. So I'm going to embrace that.
Yeah, absolutely. My second out is trying to make clothes work for me. So, this goes for not only making clothes try to fit your body, but also when you have an idea in your mind as to what sort of style you want, and like you've tried it and it just doesn't work. It doesn't fit the vibe. You don't feel comfortable. It just doesn't represent who you are. You've given it a shot, but you keep buying clothes to try to make it work. Stop wasting your money and stop trying to make clothes work for you.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Sick of it.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I think that's great.
Yeah. And I think also just simplifying your wardrobe as well.
Yeah.
Just take the take the legwork out of it, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I think like having a minimalist wardrobe, having a minimalist anything is going to help you be less overwhelmed. If
Yeah.
you've got 2 options to choose from instead of 17 options to choose from anything, it's going to be helpful. But just wearing what you want to wear.
Yeah,
Just wear what you want to
absolutely.
wear. So my next out is not getting involved in work drama. And I don't mean like not getting involved in like the gossip and things like that. But what I mean is kind of what we were talking about before, is that I'm clocking in, I'm working as hard as I can, and I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in work politics. I'm not climbing the corporate ladder. I'm not having bitch sessions about things. I'm not getting worked up about the little things at work. I'm literally clocking in. I'm working as hard as I can, doing an amazing job at my job, getting my paycheck and clocking the fuck out.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it should
End.
be. End. Done. Period. My third is hangovers. So similar to what you were saying.
good.
But I'm not doing hangovers.
No.
No more. I had one.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribing from hangovers. It's not on the bingo cards for me this year,
No.
and probably any year going forward.
Love
Except for in the occasion when it is a big event and
Yeah.
I'm not going to restrict myself. It's not about that. But I had one hangover last year. And that was for my friend's engagement party.
Yeah.
But that was the only hangover that I had.
How good is that?
There was a couple nights where I'm like, I probably should have had not that extra glass of wine, but it wasn't necessarily like I'm staying in bed all day because I can't physically get up hangover. It was
Yeah.
like I've got a bit of a fucking headache and I'm a bit groggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those ones where you are literally incapacitated for the whole day, no,
Yeah.
not for me.
me.
Not for me. Okay, so my third is similar to your second, but hiding my body parts out.
Yeah.
I am a bigger girl. I've got a bigger bust. I've got bigger hips. I've got a bigger ass. And I'm embracing it. I bought a pair of short bike shorts the other day because I only ever wear long gym pants, like leggings. I was sweating my titties off on a walk with you one afternoon when it was like 43 degrees and I'm wearing long leggings and I was like, this is ridiculous because I don't love my legs. And so, but I bought myself a pair of bike shorts and I wore them to the gym with no tan on my legs and I lived my best. I'm pretty sure my legs were a little bit hairy and I was just like, I'm sick of hiding my body parts.
Yeah.
I bought singlets and I've been wearing singlets and I've been wearing tight dresses and, you know, things that hug my belly in the places that I don't necessarily love, but because I'm wearing the clothes and I'm styling it to me, it's making me love my body even more.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding my body anymore.
Yeah. And I think it's the same as like what you're saying about tanning. You sort of have to then revolve everything around what it is. Like you've got to look at the weather and stuff and going, okay, how can I work around this so that I'm not showing off my body parts but I'm still comfortable and I'm not sweating my tits off. Like it's everything.
Yeah.
So yeah. And nobody gives a fuck. Honestly.
Nobody gives
When's
a
the
fuck.
last time that you looked at somebody wearing something and you were like, unless it's really outrageous, but like if it's just everyday person and they're wearing something and you go, you shouldn't be wearing that.
No, and if they do, that's a them problem, not a me problem.
Yeah.
Like that was something that happened the other day. So I put on this skirt, which has got like rouging on the side, so it really hugs my hips. And then I wore a boob tube, like black thing, and it's got cutouts on the side, so my hips were sticking out. And I said to Joe, I was like, oh, does this look all right? My hips are sticking out. And he's like, you have hips. It's like, the fact is I have hips.
Yeah.
And because they're sticking out doesn't mean that they're unattractive. I have hips.
Yeah.
And I just think that this notion of I don't get to wear certain clothes because of my body type. No, equality. I'm wearing what I want to wear.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't limit yourself.
Yeah.
My fourth is foundation.
Oh.
So I can't remember the last time that I wore foundation. And this might be controversial, but I honestly think that foundation, for the most part, the only time that I will wear it is if I have a big event and I need my makeup to really just stay on all night.
Yeah.
But besides that, for everyday work, going out for a friend's birthday, like the smaller events in life, I'm ruling foundation out. I'm not for it. I'm embracing the skin underneath a little bit more. I want my face to look like I want the skin on my face to look like my skin.
Yeah. And I think it's like a nice little knock-on effect, because I think because you haven't been wearing foundation, your skin has gotten a lot clearer. So now you've got this beautiful skin and you don't need to wear foundation.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I've gone the opposite way. So I don't wear makeup unless I absolutely have to. So like I don't wear makeup day to day. I don't wear it to like go to the shops and things like that. I really only wear it if I'm going out to like a lunch or an event or things like that. But I used to do like bare minimum makeup, and recently I've started going back to like a full beat.
Okay.
And it's been like I've been wearing concealer and like a under foundation and the heavier foundation, and I've been using bronzer and so I've been playing around with all this makeup that I have, because I've had all these products that I wasn't using. And so I've gone back to the full beat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
I'm really
interesting.
liking it.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
So
But
you're going back to the tan and the full bead.
But I think what's good about it is that you're doing it because that makes you feel good, not because you're trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
And the same with me is I'm not tanning and doing full beats because I'm like, oh, I hate my skin and I hate my body.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I'm enjoying playing around with all these things and I'm in a good place.
Yeah, and it sort
Yeah.
of just enhances the
Yeah.
already existing.
Yeah. Love it.
Love it.
Love it. Okay, my next out, cleaning my house. Never clean my house again. I'm taking back. So first of all, my house is
Protest against cleaning your house.
First of all, I have gotten to the point where I feel like I can stop cleaning my house. And when I say stop cleaning my house, is that when you spend like a Saturday morning for like 5 hours going top to bottom and cleaning, I have been able to, for the last like year, not have to do that, because I feel like we have really good habits now that allow us to just get things done, that we don't feel like we have this massive mess to clean up on the weekends.
Yeah.
But the when I say I want that completely gone. So I don't want to spend any second of my fun time doing boring activities if I can avoid it. So I mean, like, I'm taking back every second that I'm not working. So I'm going to be doing my boring stuff during my lunch break or on weeknights, and doing little bits as I go, because I'm not spending my weekends cleaning my house.
Yeah, no. We've got 2 days a week that are just for ourselves. Fuck doing chores, fuck doing errands. Like, yeah, sure, we have to do it sometimes. But
Yeah.
when it's on a schedule, nah, not for me.
No, and I'm doing it in the times that I'm already doing
Yeah,
big girl stuff.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not letting it bleed into my fun time.
Yeah, love that. My last out for 2026 is letting small things bother me. I'm just not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop.
Full stop. Not
Yeah.
letting it bother me anymore. I just, why? Why would I let that infiltrate my life in any capacity?
Yeah.
Not for me.
No.
Bye. Leaving it back
Bye.
in 2025. See ya.
Well, my last one for 2026 that is an out is listening to the same playlist instead of a podcast.
Okay.
I forgot about podcasts. So I think when you get like into... So number one, I was traveling to work via public transport. And so I was reading on the train. And so I was listening to music because I couldn't listen to a podcast while reading. And so I got into the habit of just listening to the same fucking playlist all the fucking time. And it wasn't bringing me any joy. And then I got back into my podcasts.
Yeah.
And I'm just a better person for it.
Yeah.
They make me giggle. I learn stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm achieving things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
it
Podcasts
just-
are in like same playlist at
out
the door.
All right.
So, what is your quote to embrace for 2026? So looking at all of our ins and outs, what are you summing up your year with?
So I've got 2.
Yeah.
My first is each rejection is a redirection. And my second is comparison is the thief of joy.
Love it.
Yeah.
I've got 2 too.
2. Yep.
So if nothing changes, nothing changes. And it's not that fucking deep, sis. I think like it's just not.
No.
It's not that deep.
It's not.
This is the year of whimsy
Yeah.
and
Letting go.
let it go.
Yeah.
It's just not that deep. All right, my favorite part of today is probably going to finding out what our biggest failures of 2025
Oh my
are.
God. You know what? I kind of forgot about this portion of the episode.
I love how we've titled ours.
Yeah, it's so dramatic. It's like a Friends episode.
That's what I
the
thought.
letter, the eyelashes. Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
So,
because I have actually no idea what you're going to say.
Okay, so I was having a really hard time reflecting back on 2025 and trying to go, okay, what was a really massive failure that I could bring to the episode? And I honestly, nothing was coming to mind. And like, not to have a big ego about it or anything like that, but honestly, 2025 was fucking amazing. There was a lot of things that I went through in 2025. Despite all of that, it was a great fucking year. And even in many little micro things throughout the year, there was still not a lot of failures that I could pick up on. However, and I don't know if this falls into the category of failure, but it definitely was a moment. So when I was moving houses, I delayed packing up, which is so unlike me. Like I'm a very organized girl, and I have my lists, and I don't
very
like
proactive.
to leave. Yeah, I don't like to leave anything to the last minute. But when it came to moving house, I fucking draw that shit out until the last second. So with saying that, on the last couple of nights that I was there, I was going through all of my drawers and basically had 3 different piles. Was just like a donate pile, a get rid of pile, and a keep pile. And I was going through all of my stuff, and then I eventually got around to my bedside drawers. And my bedside drawers were the drawers that just had the most random shit in it. And I pulled out one of the drawers and I dumped it out on my bed, and I'm looking through everything, and then there's this piece of paper that's been folded into a million different squares, and I'm like, what is this? And then I open it and I'm like, it's the letter that I wrote to myself about 3 years ago for my future self being 30, I think it was 35. So I wrote it when I was 25. I'm now 29. So I wrote it when I was 25, and I was meant to read it when I was 35. But at this point, I was going through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to read this fucking letter. I'm going to read it. Biggest fucking mistake. I had the biggest mental breakdown after reading that letter. I think I sent you a voice note, and I was bawling my eyes out because my life just looked so different to how I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I felt like a failure in that moment. Like I just was like I just felt like everything that I sort of was putting off, like thinking about in terms of the things that maybe I hadn't really put a lot of focus on because I was trying to, you know, have this really positive mindset around moving and starting over and all of these big life-changing things. And it just brought everything to the surface. And I was like, in that moment, I need to call my fucking therapist. Like this, like I've got some shit to tell. But it now, I don't even know where, I think I still have it, but I'm not letting 35-year-old me read that. But I did reframe. I did come around.
Yeah.
Like, I calmed down at some point.
I think it was just so specific, and all of the things that was, because it was only like 4-year gap between you writing it and you opening it instead of 10-year gap. And it was so specific to what you were actually going through.
It was actually the contrary to what I had thought that I was going to be achieving. And like I use the word achieving very, very lightly, but like it was just the absolute opposite to like in that exact moment of packing up that house to what had been reflected in that letter. And I was just like, oh my God. But then obviously I went through the motions and everything like that, and I sat with it. But I eventually came around and was like, well, no, this is what you want. This is truly what you want. This moment right here and everything that you're working towards now is actually what you want. That's what you wanted 4 years ago, but it doesn't align with who you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good that you can see that clarity
For sure.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's yours?
Mine isn't as deep, but mine is the eyelashes. So before we went to Europe last year for our wedding, it was my girlfriend's who was coming over for the wedding. She was one of my bridesmaids. She was her first time traveling to Europe, and so she was buying all these new things and trying all this new stuff to like get ready for her first ever Euro summer. And I went around to her house one day and I was like, oh, your eyelashes look really good. And she's like, yeah, I've done an at-home kit and I have curled them and I've tinted them myself. And I was like, oh, they look really, really nice. And she's like, I absolutely love it because I don't feel like I have to wear mascara now. I can just like do my eyebrows, chuck on a little bit of like BB cream and I'm good to go. And I was like, obsessed. I love it. I have the longest eyelashes. So if they were like curled all the time and tinted, I wouldn't have to wear mascara either.
Yeah.
So she's like, I've got 4 of them. Do you want one? I was like, yes, absolutely. So I get home and I'm doing it. Now, the first mistake I made is that I have 3 things that I always say. And one of those 3 things is I always have something in my fucking eye. It was even in the Joe's vows to me. That's how often it happens. So I'm putting the stuff on and I obviously get it in my eye. And Joe's like, I don't know why you thought you could put anything near your eyes. So it was an absolute shit show. But once I had done it, the regrets that I had, they had curled too much.
Yeah.
And so when I went on my wedding day and she tried to put my false eyelashes on, she struggled.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't get the fake eyelashes on because they were so curled. So they were so curled that they actually looked shorter than they were. And it wasn't until about 2 months ago that it had worn off and my natural eyelash came back and I was like, oh my God, my natural eyelashes are so long that I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Never
Lesson
ever
learned.
fucking with my eyelashes.
Yeah, no, and like you can't with eyelashes that long. Nah. Because I do feel like the reason why they curled so much was because there was so much of them.
Yep, and they were so uneven. So like one was really curled and the other one wasn't as curled and they just, it was horrible. Horrible.
Great thing to do just before your wedding.
Yep. That's another little tip.
Don't try something new.
Don't experiment with DIY before your wedding. Don't be a fucking idiot.
So last year we created vision boards for 2025, and while we didn't feel the need to recreate them, the values behind them still feel deeply aligned for 2026. So instead, we're stepping into the new year with a word or statement that reflects how we want the year to feel overall. So what is your word of the year?
So my word of the year is success, but it's not in the way that like people might think like girl boss success.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that I want the word success to be that I'm going to succeed in all of the things that I set out to do. As in, I'm not going to half-ass things and I'm going to give everything a red hot crack and I'm going to stick to the goals that I've set out for myself. So when I get to the end of the year, I just want to look back and go, that was a success.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
What's yours?
Mine is lighthearted, and it's really simple and straightforward, and it's just going through life lightheartedly. So just not taking anything too seriously and just being really soft and intentional with the way that I move through the world.
Cute.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, so to wrap up today's episode, as per usual, we're going to do a Reddit post. But I thought I'd keep this one really, really simple. And one thing that kept coming up, obviously being at the beginning of 2026, is I want to be unrecognizable by the end of 2026. What are 3 things you would focus on to achieve this?
Okay. The first thing that comes to mind is therapy. Honestly, therapy. Just do it. There's nothing more that needs to be said with that. And I've said it time again, and I will say it again, is that you don't need to be having gone through some traumatic event to go to therapy. If you want to better yourself in any way, just go to therapy. Find a good therapist that suits you and that you can open up to and talk to. Just do that. And honestly, that would be enough to be unrecognizable by the end of the year.
I love that. I think my first suggestion would be, I think you need to understand what unrecognizable means to you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want that to look like and what do you value? I think that's probably your first stepping stone, is I think you need to really strip it back and go, well, what are my values and what do I really care about? And so then what does unrecognizable look like to me?
For sure.
Yeah. And then you can kind of work your way backwards from there.
Yeah. I know this is really generic, but your health, but holistically, like look at your health as a whole.
Yeah.
And that sort of goes with what you're saying of like, what do you value? Because that's going to then make you look at your health holistically and go, okay, is it my mental health? Is it my appearance? Is it my, maybe I have some health issues going on that I really want to address, like whatever it may be. But your health should definitely be a top priority.
One thing I do at the beginning of every year is I get my bloods done, and that gives me an idea. So last year when I got my bloods done, my iron was really low and my vitamin D was really low, which is standard. But it means that when I go back this year, gave me something to focus on. And my cholesterol was quite high. So, making sure I was eating better and exercising and getting out in the sun and, doing all of those things, eating a high, rich iron foods. And it gives you something to work on towards the year. So hopefully when I go back in a couple of weeks, I will be able to understand, did I achieve those things?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. And I think we do sometimes forget about those, like those little things of getting your bloods done and making your dentist appointments, getting your skin checked. You kind of forget about those things when it comes to your health. Don't forget about it. And if you're due for a mammogram or a pap smear, just book them in, get them done, because once they're done, you don't have to think about it. But at least you know that you've been checked.
Yeah.
Do it.
My last tip would just be have hobbies and find a hobby for everything.
Yeah.
So find a hobby that brings you joy, find a hobby that is for your finances, find a hobby that's for your health, find a hobby that's for your mental health.
Yeah.
Like find hobbies, and I think that will seep into your life significantly.
My last one is learn to love yourself and learn to be your own best friend.
Yes.
And just enjoy time by yourself.
I love me.
Because I love me too.
Yeah.
And I think that when you do start to learn to love, like truly love yourself unconditionally, and you start to see yourself as somebody that you want to spend time with, your relationships around you actually get so much better for it.
Yeah. I saw this thing, and this is actually probably a really, really good wrap-up tip for this person, is that to be unrecognizable, I want you to pretend that you are given the life and the body of the person that you love the most in the world, and and knowing that you had their body for a year, what are all the things that you would do to make sure that they had the best life possible?
That's such a good, yeah, good sentiment. Love it.
Oh, perfect.
What? Oh, sorry. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for chilling with us on the couch. We will see you same place, same time. More yaps.
Stay comfy, darlings.